Hi, my name is Nikki Kamali, and I'm so excited to be a part of Convergence Mentoring Moments. For those of you who don't know me, I want to share a little bit about myself. I've been married to my wonderful husband, Craig, for 18 years, and we have 3 beautiful children. I love being a mom, and so I'm pretty excited that I get to talk about parenting today. My topic is based on a question a friend of mine, Suzanne, asked me recently. She said that she had noticed in my kids that they seem to value others while still having value for themselves. And she was like, how do they have confidence but not pride, humility but not self-loathing? And honestly, I had never thought about it before. It wasn't like something I had set about in my mothering as a daily objective, so to speak. So it was really fun for me to ponder this with the Lord. It was also nice to know that there is fruit from my labors as a mom. Sometimes I get really focused on what I need to improve on, or what I need to grow in, or my kids need to grow in, or what we need to grow in as a family. So I was really encouraged to know that good things are being seen. So as I was processing with the Lord about this, I really landed on 3 core values in my heart and life that Craig and I both share, but I'm going to be speaking just from my personal experience that I feel like have impacted this particular area in my kids. And the first is, I really love and worship Jesus. The second is, I have a deep appreciation for his body. And the third is, I really love and value my kids. So the first thing, loving Jesus. I want to start by reading a little bit from Psalm 145, and it says, "Great is the Lord and most worthy of praise. His greatness no one can fathom. One generation will commend your works to another. They will tell of your mighty acts. They will speak of the glorious splendor of your majesty, and I will meditate on your wonderful works." It's a great passage. And that has been a big deal to me, that my children hear the story of Jesus in my life and how he's impacted me. They know my testimony. I've shared with them how he rescued me. I tell them specific things about my story, how Jesus set me free from anxiety, and he put peace in its place because Jesus is the Prince of Peace. I talk about the life I feel in Jesus because he not only died on the cross, but he was resurrected, and I feel his life and power in my life on an ongoing basis. I talk about just where I am, even in my own walk, how he speaks to me through his word, how he encourages me daily, how I process my problems with the Lord, and just what a treasure it is to have a God like Jesus. There is no other God like him. And so I love sharing the story of Jesus in my life with my kids on an ongoing basis. So that being said, while I love my children so much, I don't worship them. They're seeing the value I have for God and the mighty deeds that God is doing not only in my life, but in the world around us. We love talking about what God's doing on the earth. And we also love hearing what God's doing in our kids' life. What's God showing them? How has God saved them? How is God working in their lives? What are the mighty works of God in their lives? So this worship of Jesus, he's firmly on the throne, puts our supreme value in him and his work around us and in us as the thing we value and worship the most, because he's God. The second thing is that is connected with that is because we love Jesus, we love his body, his people, the community, his church that he's put us in. In a practical way, that means we absolutely love our local church, Convergence. We love worshiping there. We love our community there, serving there. We find it a delight and privilege to serve people at our church. My husband and my kids are on the welcoming team, and that's fun to grow and learn how to welcome and value others as they're coming to our church. We love serving in children's ministry, both because it's fun, but it's also stretching. It grows us in Jesus and in serving the families in our church. My husband was a big value to him was hosting a small group in our home and on a regular basis. So we've been doing that with our kids for over 2 years now with our church. And it's been great, the way they connect in with community and the way the community interacts with us, whether it's a meal when we've needed it, prayers when we've needed it, and we've definitely needed a lot of prayers through the years, and the way we get to pray and support our community that meets in our home. These are just some of the ways we value the body of Christ, both in terms of our local church, but also in the wider body, the people that we know even outside of our church, our community throughout the world, our family. We have great family who love Jesus. So it's really exciting to value the people around us in our community and in Jesus. And the final thing is, I really love my kids, and I have such joy in understanding them and how God created them, the way He designed them. And while I do see parts of me or my husband and my kids, I have such joy and delight in understanding the unique way that God made them and what they bring to our family, what they bring to our body, our church, our extended family that we're related to. So it's really fun for me as a mom to understand my kids, to grow in knowing how I can help them and parent them to bring the fullness of who they are and who God made them to be in our family and in our community. And so I think when you live with those core values, that there's this great God who's done amazing things for us. He died for us. He saved us. He continues to do mighty works in us. He's given us this beautiful body that we value and that we love, serving and receiving from, and then also just their unique design and how much I enjoy parenting them. My husband enjoys parenting them. Being a mom is the greatest gift outside of my salvation and my marriage to my husband. It's such a privilege to raise my kids. And so I believe that these have contributed a lot to who they are today and what Suzanne was asking me about. I hope you have benefited from this mentoring moment and look forward to hearing your comments as we interact about this topic. And what do you do in your family that you believe is helping them grow in worship of Jesus in their community, and also how you're seeing value in them?